Hi there, welcome. Today we're going to be making a holiday favorite here in the Southwest, tamales. Now, these little gifts of joy have a long-standing tradition in the Mexican indigenous culture, and they have truly stood the test of time because they're still here today, thankfully. And if you've ever had one, you know exactly why. They are delicious. They're so versatile, and we're going to touch on that a little bit later on today. But for today's video, we're going to be giving you some tips on how to make your holiday favorite a little bit more healthier for you and your families. And so without further ado, let's go on to our step-by-step guide. Thanks. Step one for making our tamales. We're gonna wanna soak our corn husk. A pro tip for this is once you have them in a big bowl in water, use something heavy like a bowl to keep it down. You'll wanna do this for about an hour or two before. Step two, more masa, please. Step in making our masa is to make the broth to add into the dough, and so we're doing vegetable broth with Chile anchos. Second part to making our masa is actually incorporating everything together, and so we have our 4 cups of the corn flour, and we have 2 teaspoons of the other dry ingredients, our yogurt, and the tea that we made. So we're gonna blend all of that together, make sure there's no clumps. And the cool thing about this masa is that again, it's super versatile, and so what makes the masa healthy is this yogurt here, and so that's the star of our show. And so with the yogurt, instead of actually using lard, which you would typically use, it actually cuts back the fats and calories in your masa, and so you're able to to enjoy more of it. So you're gonna want to mix that into the tea that we made with the vegetable broth. If you wanted to make a sweet tamale like we showed in the picture, you could, instead of using chile ancho and vegetable broth, maybe make some cinnamon tea or something else you like. So now we're gonna mix this all in together. You want to slowly do it. Definitely don't recommend using this here instrument because it was not helpful. Instead, use your hands. So as you saw, we used about half of them, and then you can slowly just add in the rest of it. What you're looking for is like a little cake batter, maybe a little like a thick cookie dough type of batter. Beautiful. Step three, wrapping our tamale babies. Now the first step to wrapping our tamales is going to be to use our masa to put here on our corn husk. And what we want to do is make sure it's on the smooth side. You can tell by the ridges. The ridges you want on the outside. So you could either do that by feeling it or by looking at it. So again, smooth side is for our masa. And to spread our masa, you can do this a few different ways. I used a spoon because that's how I grew up doing it. Yet I'm still having trouble, but it was just kind of because I was getting used to the consistency of the masa. And I really only do this once a year, so I'm not a pro like some are. And other things other than a spoon that you could use, they have like these specialty tamale spreaders, which is really cool. So once you have that, you can get all your ingredients, your good stuff, like what we're using here today is some beans, some cream cheese, yum, why not? And this is non-fat cream cheese to go on with our health trend, and some rajas, yum. Rajas are definitely a favorite. So you're gonna roll it up together, and then you can take an end of your leftover piece that you ripped from earlier to kind of tie it to keep it together. Like I did here, or I tried to do, it didn't really stay. Bloop. All right, then once you have all of them done, you can put them together in some aluminum foil. Make sure that they're all going in the same direction. And I like to put mine in aluminum foil because then I get to mark them. Step 4, time to cook and time to chill. It's going to be a very slow process. Be patient. It's worth it. Now the last step is for you and whoever's fortunate to be with you to enjoy. And that wraps up our show for today. Thanks for joining us. Hope you make these at home. Bye.